And there she goes. 4,000 years this city has stood. And now she is aflame. It is a tragedy.
All others that we're going to find in Numinous, but how? How are you planning to get to the Undercity with the Neremes in the streets?
There is another way. I suppose you already know that the Order was never proud of the fact that something like the Undercity exists. And due to your dealings with the Relata, you also know that we, the Order, had an informal agreement with them. They rule the underground and we rule the surface. In reality, however, this is only half the truth. We never handed over the reins entirely. There is a Plan B in case things get out of control and the Undercity's inhabitants revolt, like they did once during the Blood Moon riots.
Plan B? I have an idea what that might mean.
Probably. I will make it short. There's a set of tunnels throughout the King's Mountain on which this temple was built, and they lead all the way down into the Undercity. They were built to release poison gas into the entire cave system.
Let me guess, your plan is to use these tunnels to sneak down into the Undercity.
Down and back up again, yes. The Neremes do not know about these tunnels, and when they find out, it will be too late. We descend, we find the Numenors in the City of Floods, and we light the beacon. After that, you know what I will do. There is a way into the tunnels through the dungeons of this temple. Meet me and Sharim there once you're ready to depart. And bring your beloved with you. Prepare yourself. We will meet in the dungeon.
Can he have part of the... I haven't checked this place. If he can have a fragment piece. We just stop and end up in. Have it. Whee.
Saira.
Not a nice sight, is it?
No, and so unnecessary. Rampaging through the streets, slaughtering innocents, yet they still think they're doing the right thing. Sad, isn't it? Anyway, no point in worrying about it now, I guess. What did he say? How is he planning to get us down into the Undercity?
And there are tunnels in the mountain. They were meant to pipe poison gas into the Undercity in case they revolted. We're going to use them to get down there.
So a system designed for genocide turns out to be our path to salvation. If fate has anything, it is a sense of humor. Anyway, there is one thing I wanted to ask you before we set out. If things happen as Aranthiel thinks they will you surrender to Korak?
Honestly, I understand his point, but I can't see myself throwing away our lives like that, especially with all that's happened between us.
Yes, especially with all that. I'm glad you see it that way. Let's wait and see what happens. Maybe there will be a way to flee through the tunnels once we've lit the beacon. There has to be. I'll go meet up with Sharim and the Grandmaster. I'll see you there.
In the Imperious Vault. Oops. You know what? It's time to use those and ditch those.
Poison gas tunnels. If there's one thing the Holy Order has always been, it's creative. My respect for that, Aranthiel.
They're here. One moment.
Interesting. If I may ask, Grandmaster, how does that work?
It's a sigil, and it can only be opened by one bearing the Grandmaster's sword. Follow me. Yes. In case you were wondering, those 3 water gates up there contain the Starling machinery which releases the poison gas. As long as we do not open them, we can pass safely through the tunnels.
So, this tunnel system, how many exit points does it have? I assume that a single exit into the Undercity wouldn't have sufficed to poison it all.
No. There... What a waste of time.
Oh, now you're here. How am I go through too?
Here we are. Lead the way. You know this area better than we do. This is the place. Sharim,
Yes, take cover.
Impressive.
Entropy.
lead the way, Prophet. You know what we are looking for.
Do I?
Saira, you look pale. It was the echo again, wasn't it?
Yes, but it was different somehow. Stronger.
Stronger.
That might be because we're getting closer to where the last cleansing happened. If we just follow the visions, they might lead us directly to the temple, and thus to their version of the beacon.
Huge. Lost ones. But what is it with their eyes?
The ones. They're trying to prevent us from reaching the temple.
Just waiting for another vision to appear. Or if it's gonna jump scare me again. No, don't push me, god damn it. City.
The city of 1,000 floods. The name of the sun. It's so beautiful.
We need to get down there.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
Temple! Retreat to the
You
temple!
have a choice, and you've chosen ignorance. Now pay the price.
What did you see?
The Prians. Someone betrayed him too and helped this Jackal get into the city. And he seems to have had motives similar to Corex.
What?
In other words, all that we have done so far is almost identical to how things went for the Pyreans. We are still part of the pattern.
But does that mean everything we have achieved hasn't made any difference at all? That we found the Black Stones, the ancient starlings.
All that the Prophet has seen is that someone betrayed the Pyreans too, and that this jackal was deluded as this fool Koarek. We knew that already. We are the first to be so close to lighting the beacon. I can feel it.
Down in the spiral we go. Do 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 do. Holy shit. It's never ending, man. That's Thanks for holding on to my arrow.
Enemies, get ready. There.
Pathetic.
By Malthus, all these corpses. How can they still be here? They should have decayed long ago.
Good question. It looks like magic to me. Look at how gray their skin is. Like ashes.
The cleansing. It must have done this to them. What we see here, it must have been their final moments before the High Ones devoured them.
I fear you're right. They must have tried to get into the temple, into safety. In vain. This is tragic.
Yes, very tragic. Are you done?
Impressive.
I suppose we have company.
You are impressive, you know that? Everything around you is falling apart, yet you refuse to give up. Tell us, Seranthian, what makes you keep going?
Are you trying to manipulate me? If so, save your breath and fight instead.
Oh my, so grim. How nice it would be if everything could just be killed, wouldn't it? Even the past. Tell us, do your companions know the truth about you? All of it?
Let's go. This is pointless.
Pointless. You wound us. All we want is to help them understand. Just look at them. How close
Shut up. Your games don't work on me.
Take that as a no.
But there has to be a way.
Not here in Enderal, Tio. We could hide the pregnancy, but a living child? A lightborn and a mortal. It's blasphemy. As ridiculous as that may sound coming from my mouth. You could flee with him, you know. Take him somewhere where no one will find you.
What? Erlander, that... No. They would recognize us for who we are.
Not if we took precautions. But even if they did, no one would dare oppose a lightborn. No one. Dear Lord, please, don't let him grow up without a father. He will be special. I can feel it. And he will need you.
What is this?
But... No, I can't. The Council, Erlander. You know what they said about me. They want to do it.
You mean the exaltation? I can't believe you just said that. This is about a child, you. Our child.
Yes, our child. Why don't you tell me another 1,000 times? I have...
Stop this!
Damn it. And you should know that better than anyone else. You know how hard I've worked to get here, Erlander. And now you want me to give it all up? For this thing?
Dear, how? I just don't know what to say. Being a seraph, it's a title by the name of the sun. A title. How can that possibly be more important to you than... Oh, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Of course you can't. You've never known what it means to have to fight for something. We will give him away to one of your servants. It is better that way, for him and for us.
What would have happened if you had been there for your son, I wonder? Would he have ever started to blame the gods for this deep hatred lurking inside him? You made your son into what he became, and all because a promotion was more important to you than your own flesh and blood.
Huh.
And that is why you will fail here, don't you see? Because failing is what you do.
Damn, that's harsh.
As a soldier, as a protector of the gods, and as a father. You are a butcher, a loser, not the glorious savior you want people to remember you as. Admit it already.
That's a lot of... What are your orders, Grandmaster? You're blocking the way.
The path is clear. Advance!
Enemies, get ready.
It's locked. What do we do?
We will break it open. Do you see the ballista up there? Keep a Sakarish. You, wait. Do you feel that?
The sun. Wait, he's moving.
Yes, that is good. Stay with us.
What happened?
You were hit by a piece of debris, but we are safe, at least for the moment.
The dragon. What about the dragon? Where is it?
Prophet, he will not be able to get inside here.
What about Kayla? Where is she?
The building came down on top of her. There was nothing we could do.
What the?
I know how close you were. I'm sorry.
What? What now? What? We have to search for him.
Yes, and we will. But to do that, we need to find another way out of this place. So, no matter what else we do, we first have to go deeper into the temple.
What now? What do we do?
We finish this. That arrogant display of the High Ones was a bluff. They are afraid of us, and this puppet show out there was their last trump card. But they have failed. We're here, and we are close. All that matters now is that we summon the High One and take the Numinos from him. Then it is over. Thank the gods your injuries are only superficial. Just try to keep up.
Our girlfriend. It's annoying having companions with you. You guys can do with that, right? Trying to see if I can find last fragment. Damn, massive battle.
Kiraj, did you see that?
Interesting. That must be the echo. We are so close to where the last cleansing happened that not only the Prophet sees it, but we do as well.
Look. Another beacon. Almost looks like it. Up here, huh?
There it is. The beacon. By the gods, how similar they are. Sharin, do you have the word of the dead with you?
Yes.
Good. Then place it in front of the beacon and prepare yourself. Prophet, it is now up to you. Somehow you must recall the moment when the last cleansing happened. If Shayla's theory is right, this is the only way to get our hands on something close to a physical form of a High One.
Now exactly should I do that? I can't control the echo.
No, but maybe you can somehow lure it. According to all that you have told me so far, the echo seems to react to things or situations connected to the cycle. Take a look around and see if you can find something.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Give me some time.
All right.
He has betrayed us! Jakal opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
They are similar to magic, or the power responsible for the tides. They are pure energy.
The core of this sickness is in people's heads. It is a way of thinking, but you will never understand that, High Priest. Will you?
It was almost as if the beacon longed for the stones. They are the key. I feel it.
Feels like we're doing the exact same mistakes as they did.
The beacon was created to banish the High Ones from existence, but to do that, we need something from them.
He's reporting, yeah. I'm supposed to use something. What the?
In the name of the sun. Is that...
A High One. We have made it. How are you feeling, Prophet? Luring the echo like that, it must have strained you.
It has. But I'll cope. This place, it feels peculiar.
It does, indeed. We are in the consciousness of a past civilization. Do you see that up there? Yaela was right after all. This is our Numinars, the essence of a High One.
I wish you could see this.
have done it. In spite of everything.
Does the higher one feel that we are here? Why doesn't he do anything?
We are in his thoughts. What could you do against that? Time does not exist here. At least not as we know it.
So what now? How do we get the essence inside the container?
We will see about that. Maybe that question will answer itself. Sharon, do it. Carry the container to the essence.
As you command, Aranthio.
What is it? What are you waiting for?
Tell me, Aranthio. Back in the ruins, when the High One showed you that memory, it was the first time I saw you express real agitation. Not anger, but agitation. What you did to your son, do you regret it, I wonder? That you abandoned him in exchange for prestige and power?
What?
I don't think you do. What got to you was being reminded of your own failure. Regret. You don't know that feeling. You never have. Not even after Kira.
Child, what are you?
I hired the mercenaries with Khalid. I helped him kill Lashari. And I let the Neramis into the city. And still, you don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
Why, you were there. The night of 1,000 fires.
Yes, I survived your massacre. One of only a few.
What the?
And you did not follow my son because you shared his ideals. You did it to get to me. What follows now? Justice?
Justice. I am done with this world, Aranthio. I have been for a long time now. The only reason why I'm still here is a promise I made to someone. The promise that one day, I will be the one who takes everything from you.
Yusuf, this is madness. Whatever you are planning to do, it will affect the whole world, not just me. If you want my death, why not just wait, damn it? Once we have lit the beacon, Korek will kill me. That way, all those innocent lives will be...
Just shut up! You take me for such a fool? As if there's anything in this world you would want more than to die a martyr! Tiamo Aranthio, conqueror of the High One, savior of mankind. You like the sound of that, don't you? You like it so much. You know, at first, I was so frustrated with all the setbacks.
Oh, so many backstabbings going on in this damn game, man.
Korek's first attack on the city didn't succeed.
Betrayals to the right and left.
It would be so much more gratifying than anything else I could do to you. Your final attempt, and so close to your target, only to fail by my hand.
You asked me once what my daughter's name was. Do you remember?
Yes, I beg you, please.
Lena. Her name was Lena.
No. That's impossible.
Oh god. Flashbangs.
You fool. Miserable, selfish fool! You killed us all!
Impressive, Aranthio. You really were close. A shame that you were too preoccupied with yourself to see it coming.
Beasts! You damn beasts! He was possessed! Possessed from the start!
Oh no, Arathio. I'm afraid that is only half true. We reap, but you sowed. Of course we possessed him, but you did all the heavy lifting back in Kira when you gave the order to massacre everyone dear to him, including his wife and his poor daughter. And so, it is a happy ending after all, isn't it? Without the Numinos, you have nothing to use the beacon's power on. And the only thing it is good for now is the destruction of your own beloved city. It will be a feast, and there will be nothing left of you once we've devoured you. Nothing but cold, gray flesh. It is just as we said. You have failed as you always have done. What is it, Arathio? Lost your tongue?
No. No. I have not. Not at all. You have just presented me with a solution.
Are you deaf? There is no solution. The cleansing will happen, and you will all die.
Yes. Yes, we will. Your Messiah, the citizens of the city, the armies, we will all burn like the sun. And then it will be over.
You're fantasizing, Arathio. Without...
Not this time.
What the?
Here we must go our separate ways. Believe me, I wish it were otherwise. But in your condition, you would just be a burden.
What?
And I cannot afford any risks. I'm sorry.
It's like, what are you talking about? What are you planning?
The High Ones are right. We cannot use the beacon to banish them anymore. But do you remember what the Archmagister said? Without the Numinos, the beacon's energy would burst out without direction.
Yes, which is why we went to find the Numinous in the first place. Lighting the beacon without it would only...
Cause a massive explosion, yes. And that is the only thing we can do for mankind now. Koarek was and is essential to the High One's plan. Whatever shape the actual cleansing takes, he wants to make sure it will happen. And we profit. We may have failed in breaking the cycle for ourselves, but not for the others.
Others?
The other people of this world. Arazial, Kira, Kile. They're affected by the cycle as much as Enderal. And I know that there must be people like us. People who have had the same dreams and feel what is about to happen. And if we kill Koarek and his armies, we buy these people time. Time to gather knowledge. Time to build a new beacon. And time to light it themselves.
So you want to blow up the beacon, but what about the city? What about all the people who die?
Those whom the Narimes have not yet massacred anyway, you mean? They will die, as you and I will. But they will do so for mankind's salvation. And this is something worth dying for. It is the only way, don't you see? Either we die here, rotting with the Pyreans, or we choose to give our death meaning by at least stopping this fanatic Koarek and his armies. The High Ones are a lot weaker than they pretend to be. I feel it. We were so close to destroying them. And I have faith in the others out there who will fight them. They will succeed where this scum Sharim made us fail.
What? Have you lost your mind? We can't put a death sentence over all Enderal just for some vague hope. These people, we trust you, Ernfail.
So, a shepherd cannot decide the fate of his sheep. What is this really about, Prophet? Your life? The life of this woman who's so dear to you? Now is not the time for arrogance and selfishness. All of this is about more than just us. That you fail to see this disappoints me, Prophet. I thought better of you than that. But it does not matter anymore. I've made my choice. I'm sorry.
And why are we, like, passing out again or something?
It all begins with the dreams. Breathe.
Oh no, God, no, she's here again. Veiled woman. Okay, I need to heal up some. Some health back.
Into the mind of a High One? I hope you're joking. This was their last step. They are afraid of us. I feel it.
You've killed us! You've killed us all!
You have just shown me the solution.
Oh, this is the same thing they did. Getting Frostcliff Mountains again? What the actual? Okay. Nice, one big mother trucker. What the? Who are you? What is this place?
Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber.
Phantom? What in place are you talking about? What's the meaning of this?
Then this isn't a dream. You really are here. But why? The Prophet dies when the Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you find this place? And why do you still exist?
A veiled woman. She healed me and opened a portal.
Her? But why? She does not have a mind. She does not have feelings. So why should she do this? But still you speak the truth. I can feel it. Then could it really be that the unlikeliest of all eventualities has become reality and brought you here?
The unlikeliest of all eventualities. So you're saying that my being here is coincidence?
Coincidence or caprice, I do not know. The veiled woman cannot be understood.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who are you? What are you?
I am sorry. It's been too long since I've spoken to anyone. I have had many names. The Akarians called me the God of Death. The Moonskin people, the Warden of Dreams. The Pyreans, the Demon of the Deep. For your people I am, or was, the Black Guardian. Pompous names, I know. However, I am none of these, neither god nor demon. I am only an eye, condemned to observe again and again.
You know the Pyrians, but the gods, how old are you?
As you measure time, older than your most daring chronicles go back, by far. I have seen them all, since our people fell. Every civilization, every cleansing, every turn of the cycle.
Then you somehow survived the cleansing of the civilization and you one of the ancient starlings.
What? No. The starlings came long after me. I was only a fool who wanted to save his own skin at any cost. I knew the cleansing would come. I had known it long before the Red Madness and the war started. But I also knew that fighting it as my people did, and as most do, was pointless. So I looked for another way to prevail. And I found it. What you see here is the result. The Goliath. As I like to call it back then.
Do you plan to outlive your own people? To what point? Living in a dead world?
No. Joining the Goliath meant immortality. All I had to do was sleep and awaken once more when the cycle started again, and new life came forth. Except that this new life would not have been defenseless. I would have been a true god to them. One capable of protecting them from the High Ones. No imaginary figure like the Creator. No false gods like the Lightborn were, to speak in your language.
But the Goliath, what exactly is that?
What is it? My self-dug grave. What it was meant to be was a body of steel. An immortal machine with which I plan to merge my consciousness. Only organic life could be reaped by the High Ones. And I thought that by becoming a machine, I could fool them. But the name of the sun, how brilliant I thought myself. I wanted to become a god, laughing in the face of time. But let me spare you my self-pity. What happened, happened.
But your plan did work. You built this machine, became it, and survived the cleansing?
As the only one of my people, yes. But it happened faster than it should have. And when the cleansing occurred, the Goliath was not yet finished. And as the Emperor unleashed the light, I had no choice but to complete the joining too early. A fatal error, as it turned out. I did survive, yes. But I am trapped inside this unfinished machine. And ever since then, all I can do is watch. Again and again.
That's also one way. Worse than a damn prison, man, for centuries. What do you mean you can only watch? We are thousands of leagues into the deep here, aren't we?
Yes, but a part of the Goliath is the eye. It allows me to see what happens on the surface everywhere. Not as literal as you imagine, of course. I see schemes, feel emotions, similar to your gift, to the Echo. But they are enough to understand.
So to be clear, you've been here since the High Ones devoured your people.
Yes. It was not how I planned it. The Goliath in its final form was meant to be divine. A synthesis of man and steel. But I overestimated myself. And I acted too quickly, driven by fear.
You haven't lost yet. Whether the High Ones triumph or not depends on what happens after Arenfield has blown up the beacon.
No, you do not understand. You are stumbling through the fog, even now that it is almost over. By themselves, the High Ones are not the problem. If we would just see them as they really are, they would become powerless.
Powerless?
Yes. It is hard to put into words. I myself do not know everything about the High Ones. Only that they are part of something we call the cycle. A civilization arises and blossoms, and then, always at the same stage of their development, the High Ones appear, and with them, the Red Madness. People start losing their minds, wars erupt, and chaos rules. Until 2 or 3 years later, the cleansing happens. The moment when the High Ones devour the collective consciousness, the gathered minds of this civilization, to give birth to a new one of their own. Despite all of this, nobody knows what drives them. Perhaps they act out of malice, out of an urge to survive, or perhaps they do not even have a will of their own, but are like a force of nature. But I do know one thing. As powerful as they might be, it is mankind who gives them that power. We make them into what they are. Because what nobody understands is simply this. The High Ones feed on what humanity has the most of. Their ego, greed, pride, fear, and their everlasting search for an enemy who is responsible for all their misery. It is those traits the High Ones make use of. These characteristics are what make us human. And by themselves, they are harmless. Only when we bury them, when we deny them, then they play into the High One's hands. So why is this, you ask? It is simple. The High Ones alone cannot make the cleansing happen. Only a human can. With the beacon. My knowledge about it is as limited as my knowledge about the cycle. It has existed since the beginning of time, and despite what you might now believe, the ancient writings about it are true. Lit by the ones who carry the Numenos, it can banish the High Ones once and for all. But it can also destroy us. Because what happens when it is lit without a core is far more than an explosion. It is the cleansing, the triumph of the High Ones. And even as we speak, a human, Tialor Orinthiol, has done it again. A bright light will appear from the heart of the machine and open a hole in the sky. And what within hours. It will spread throughout the world, and they will all feel it. A fire that burns them from within. A white light which will break through their flesh. Do you understand now? The High Ones have no power. All they do is to feed on our weaknesses, manipulate us into bringing about our own destruction. It is we who forge the sword that kills us. We who lead them to their victory. Even though the key to salvation has always been in our hands. But instead of realizing our folly, we make the same mistake. We repeat the same fate over and over. And only because we refuse to see the truth. Yes, the High Ones are our enemy. But who wants to hear that it is our ego, that dark voice within us, that empowers them? It is so ironic. The moment we would realize all this would be the moment it all came to an end. But we do not.
So, destroying that sphere is gonna do the cycle again.
They reap, we sow. Dreams, thoughts, visions, they are everywhere.
So we need to destroy that thing then, huh?
They throw a tainted seed into a fertile ground. The rest happens by itself.
So what you're saying is that without our assistance, the High Ones will be powerless, that the cleansing would never happen.
Just think for a moment. When did the High Ones ever do anything other than manipulate you? Did they ever physically influence any events? They incited the Naramis to march against you, and time and again confirmed the righteousness of both your causes. All they told you, all they showed you, was what you wanted to hear, and what you wanted to see. And yes, if you, Tealor Enderal, his order, and the Naramis had never acted, the cleansing would never have happened.
And that means Renfield just initiated cleansing. He has signed a death warrant for all of humanity.
Like 1,000 others before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act of desperation. They played him with his weaknesses and fears, like a figure on a chessboard. And the saddest part is that until the very end, he will believe that he has done something good.
Because he wouldn't accept failure, no matter the price.
That was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered as a failure, a broken man. That was the stream the High Ones manipulated him from the moment he died, after attempting to flee from his prison on Nerim.
From the moment he died, what do you mean?
The real Orinthio. He is dead, Prophet. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones. Just as you are.
I am dead? Then what is this? An illusion?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful, and the red madness of their ability to enter our dreams are not their only means. Their mightiest tool is the creation of projections, fleshless ones, or emissaries, as they are also called. If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him, an immaterial image of the deceased, which thinks itself real and is perceived as such. What no one notices, not even the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by this last unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion, that ultimate scourge. The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken generals become charismatic and driven leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before you came to this land, because before you became the prophet, you were insignificant. But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You drowned in the Red Sea, and in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind and made you into what you are today. And other than myself, the High Ones knew your compulsion, knew the desire that drove you. Whatever it was, it made you predictable, and it allowed them to play you, just as they played Arinthiel and Korak. Do you see it now?
The Veiled Woman then is trying to break this then.
Every time they appeared to you, they all had but a single purpose: to feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction. They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you. You helped Arinthiel reconstruct the beacon, and led him to the Numinos. When he saw that it would be taken away from him at the very last instant, his fear of failure led him into doing what he did. You are not to blame, Prophet. You did what countless others did before you, and you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do. Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind. Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to happen.
But then that means the beacon was a trap set by the High Ones from the very beginning.
No, it is as I said. For as long as this cycle has existed, so has the beacon. It is an element of the game, and it has the power to end it, whether in favor of the High Ones or in favor of mankind. Yet for as long as I have been trapped here, the latter has never happened.
Just there. So the High Ones want us to reconstruct the beacon. They made me do it?
They gave you impulses, nudges in the right direction. Those who know a person's past know which strings to pull.
What about the ancient Starlings? They managed to flee the cycle, didn't they? Oh.
The Starlings. in their time were called the Yalam Rashe. And yes, they manipulated the game in their favor. Their goals were similar to mine when I created the Goliath. They were a small circle of highly intelligent craftsmen and mages. And just like myself, they did not think the cycle could be won by the beacon alone. So by unknown means, they fled into the sky and created something that protected their city from the cleansing.
What happened to them? Are they really the ancestors of our starlings?
Yes, but knowledge about their history is sparse, since the Star City was almost beyond the reach of my eye. But I know that its first centuries were glorious. The Yalam Rashe lived in harmony, and their society was the pinnacle of all that mankind could be. With time, however, their population grew. They became too numerous for their small city, and so they invented their golden rules, which were supposed to control their growth. Having children was regulated now, and those who were found guilty of a crime were punished heavily. The worst sentence was being exiled. The convicted were robbed of their memories and sent back to Earth. This is where the starlings of your world come from, do you see? And this is why they all feel this longing to return to a far distant place in the stars. It is an ancestral memory.
That explains a lot, but what happened to them? Why was the city disturbed?
I do not know. As I said, my knowledge about the starlings was always limited. All I do know is that one day they were gone. I could not feel them anymore. By that time, their society had become but a shadow of what it once was. But whether they destroyed themselves or left for someplace else, I will never find out.
Maybe there's a reason for all of this. Maybe we can still stop the cleansing.
Oh, stop it. No, it is too late.
No, but if you destroy the beacon, right?
By the name of the sun. It is so ironic that the veiled woman did not lead you here earlier. It is over, Prophet. You are strong. But regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No. Maybe you are right. Maybe there is a way.
What way?
But no. It would be pointless.
What would be pointless? Why?
Forgive me, I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth, you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City. I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there. For I have seen the Yalam Rashe, the ancient starlings, do so. Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could.
You want me to flee? But what to end? That wouldn't stop the cleansing.
No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed. You could Wait for the cleansing to be over, and then create a new humanity.
Do what?
Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the civilizations before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do. But not with your help. You could be a god to them. You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you would deprive the High Ones of their power. Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, though, because the High Ones can still manipulate people. A mankind without ego. What is that supposed to mean?
The High Ones reap, we sow. It is our weakness that make the High Ones strong. Our ongoing fragility. And if not for that, the High Ones would be powerless. You could be the one to create a humanity like that. Altruism instead of greed. Self-responsibility instead of the continuous search for an enemy. Awareness instead of blindness.
What makes you believe I could do that? The Lightborn tried to do the same thing, and they failed.
The Lightborn tried to force their ideals onto an already rotten people. Just like the Pyrean Sun Priest and the countless false deities before them. You cannot save a tree whose roots have already withered. But with you as a deity to lead this new mankind, it will be entirely
too many different people.
You could completely change what it means to be human. And would it not be presumptuous to rob the world of this chance? Simply because you are afraid of failing? Believe me, I would give a lot for this chance.
What is that makes you believe I would survive in the Starseed? Those machines they had there tried to kill us.
Yes, because that old starling did harm to the city by trying to destroy a crystal. That awoke the Guardians. But they are asleep now. I can feel it. You would be safe, believe me.
Still, that would mean leaving mankind to die.
No, they are already dead, damn it. Arinthiel has lit the beacon. And unlike
yeah, but if I destroy the beacon, right?
This would be a chance for permanent change. By the face of time, do not let all of this become meaningless. Every second you waste doubting lessens your chance to get to safety.
No, this is wrong. I can't let all those people die. There has to be another way. You hinted at something.
Yes. I regret that I did. Please, right now, you have the chance to break a millennial-old pattern. Do not let it go to waste. I beg you.
I'll make a decision once you told me all of my options.
You are so stubborn. But, well, you might be able to destroy the beacon itself. The light, it consumes everyone who gets too close to it. But you, as a projection, you might be able to do it.
Okay.
It will not stop what the beacon has already done. but it will interrupt it. However, it would mean your death. Yours and that of all life in Enderal. It is too late to save them now. And even if you succeed, it changes nothing. Yes, Korik would be dead. But do you think the High Ones would just give up? They would retreat for a few years. Decades, maybe. No more. And then it would all happen again. Until another emissary lights the beacon. Trust me, I know humans far better than I would like to. Within a few years you would be forgotten, and they would win, as they always do.
Not if someone were to tell them everything that you just told me. Not if someone could flee.
And who would that be? Even if there were someone, do you think anyone would listen? If you were to tell them that humanity itself is to blame, that the ultimate enemy does not even exist.
It would be worth a try.
You are delaying the inevitable, nothing more. And you are throwing away a chance, which we might never have again.
About making a god, you know, that doesn't always work. Maybe, but I will not be the judge over the life and death of so many. I will destroy the beacon.
Then you will change nothing. But what can I do? I am powerless. Go. Do what you must. Deal with the consequences. There is one more thing I need to ask of you, however. One final request. I want you to shut me down.
Oh? Shut you down? You mean kill you?
Yes. I want to finally rest. I will not spend another 1,000 years watching this tragedy unfold. You could have changed it, but you did not. There is nothing I can do now. Please, do it. The switch is in front of you. That was how I connected myself to the Goliath. It will cut the connection as well. Do it, and then go. Go and fulfill your fate. Forgive me. The two of us will now exchange places. I am sorry for the deception. And if there were another way, I would not do this. You could have made the right choice, but you refused. And I will not see this chance go to waste. I cannot. Once this is all over, I will send someone to free you from the Goliath. But until then...
Heck?
Over here, Saira.
By the name of the sun, are you alright? I was so worried when...
Miserable fool! I would have kept my word. But if you want to play games, fine! I have had enough time to practice.
Oh, you rush. Oh, damn it, not again. Don't let that glowing thing reach you.
Have you seen? What have you achieved? I deserve this!
I supposed to do now? Okay, so that's what I was supposed to be doing.
For the name of the sun, get away from the glowing creature quickly!
I'm trying to get away from it. Oh, come on. How did I get hit by it now? Okay, so we're supposed to hit these glowing things. I was supposed to hit those, but I guess not.
Get away from its face now! What are you doing? You get yourself killed! We need to deal with these things first! Killed. We need to deal with these things first.
Oh, one hiding over here.
The shields are down. The generators now.
I was wondering if something wasn't happening.
From the rooms.
And there's always one stuck back there.
The shields are down. The generators now.
What have you done?
I suppose the explanations will have to wait.
I will tell you on the way back as best as I can, but right now we need to head back to the temple. The cleansing, it is happening right now.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Go on ahead. I will follow. I had assumed as much. Yuslan and he didn't even try to help me after that dragon attacked us. I was lucky to find another way in, otherwise I would never have found you. And you are...
Listen.
My head, it feels as if it's on fire. This must be the cleansing. If this is how it feels down here, then fate have mercy on those who are on the surface. Don't you feel anything?
Frankly, it's dull somehow.
Then the Black Guardian was right, wasn't he? What you are, your fleshlessness, it protects you. Kirash, I just don't understand. You are here, standing right before me, and I can see you. How is that possible? Could you really be an illusion?
I don't know, but it's the truth. It all makes sense now what the aged men said about me and my corpse in the living temple.
I suppose so. So, what now? Your decision, is it final?
You think you can make it out to the blast race if we destroy the beacon to tell the others the truth about the cycle?
I don't know, but there is a secret passage into the south quarter. If I can reach the Myra there, I might be able to flee to one of the islands. I think I can make it, somehow.
Let's see what she is. That's for choice. I don't know. What would you do?
What would I do? I don't know, Saira. Just thinking about a question like this is so bizarre. But if I were in your position, I don't think I could just flee. I mean, look at it however you want, but the fact is that there would be a chance to save at least some of these people by destroying the beacon. Not taking that opportunity would be sentencing millions to death. But that's my rational half. You can imagine what the other voice says. I don't want to lose you.
I just cannot leave mankind to die. I have to stop the cleansing, even if it means my own death. The survivors will stop the High Ones.
Yes, they have to. Then I should leave this place before it is too late. This burning, it's getting worse by the minute. Kira is close enough to reach it by Myrid. Maybe the Golden Queen will listen to me. Then the rest is up to them. Things would have been different without you, Saira. I will not forget you.
I'm sorry for all this.
You do what you have to.
Okay, she's kissing her nose again and ear. Anything but the mouth. I guess he will be at the temple in that case, if anything. Option find Jesper. Where he would. I see him here somewhere. Just an optional. I'm just. So where the heck would he be though? Maybe I. I can't go in anymore. Can't see. Ram is blind. That's a possibility. He was an invincible wall. Despise. Oh, there he is. God, I am blind. Jesper.
You. I thought you were dead.
What happened here?
The beacon. The Nermese. They tried to storm the temple, as the Grand Master said they would. We tried to stop them, but there were just too many of them. Renthil, he came back just when we thought it was too late.
What did he say?
That Sakarosh, Yuslan, and you... He said that the High Ones got you. But that he had the Numenos with him, and that he would save us all.
He did it.
Yes. Just then the Nermese broke through the gate. But it all happened so quickly. There was this flash, and suddenly this rift in the sky. The light, It burns us. Can't you feel it?
I am different. It's hard to explain.
Tell me one thing about you which isn't. But I suppose it doesn't matter anymore, does it? I don't have much longer. I can feel it. Tell me, my friend. Why? Was the beacon a trap from the very beginning? I thought it would save us.
It could have, but we never found Numinous Jesper. Sharim destroyed it. Renfield lit the beacon without it, and this is what triggered the cleansing.
What? But you're here. That must mean something, right? You can stop it. You have to.
I can and I will, yes. Oh, there's two. Well, I can and I will, yes.
Yes. Of course you will. It's what you do. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Here I am, Jaspar Delveric, the man who for once in his life wanted to be part of something good. Man, some great hero I am. But you know what? I don't regret it.
Well, rest in peace, Jaspar.
Is that you? I did it.
This is your doing. You caused the cleansing.
What? No. No, you're wrong, darling. I saved them. Don't you see? I led them to the light. Alone.
So, okay, what happens now? Flashbang. I'll be here again. In our dream world. Oh God. What's our daddy gonna do now? I mean, it's all being messed up every time we got here. No daddy? What the heck?
A great philosopher once said that every change begins with a moment of lucidity. In these moments, a veil opens, one which normally shrouds all the unwelcome truths we're aware of, but which we've buried deep within ourselves where we cannot see them. And it is only these moments in which we can make a decision. The decision to either act or to let the moment pass until the veil seals itself again and we once more are the slaves of our habits. I don't believe in revolutions. They are too simple, too fiery, and they too often end with the opposite result of what was intended. But neither am I a cynic who has lost all faith in the world. Change is possible, but it won't come as a big bang, but rather as a long path, one that will constantly confront us with obstacles. Obstacles we can either choose to overcome, or at which we choose to quietly turn around and go back to being what we were. The sacrifice of the one who will be remembered as the prophet is proof that I am right. Yes, some might see the downfall of Enderal as the triumph of the High Ones, but it wasn't. It was neither that nor a triumph for mankind. What we were granted was a moment of lucidity, the chance to start our own walk down a long, rocky path. The High Ones exist because we believe in them. We, our egos, give them their power, and the more we listen to their words, the more we hate them, the more powerful they become. Indeed, the beacon, this ancient machine of unknown origin, can destroy us, but it can also free us from the High Ones once and for all, if we use it right. Rumors that the Arizalians have started constructing a second beacon, and the knowledge that this time we are aware of its nature, give me hope that the man I loved has not died in vain, and that we continue walking.
I thought I was going to be able to read those graves, but okay. Yeah, that was one heck of a trip. So the other choice we had was to go up to the sky and kind of come gods ourselves, but I don't know how that would have worked out then. It seems to be very weird. And making everybody believe in us. Unfortunately, that usually never works out. Yeah, it would have taken some work to translate all of them. Yeah, the voice actor did a good job. There's a lot of them. GG Project Red. Ah, from The Witcher. That's nice. That's cool though, they have that. Guess that was they had to have this probably. Max von Sydow. After all these long games, we're probably gonna have to play a few shorter ones, huh? But I still have a few long ones that do need, well, few long ones that games that I haven't played yet, but I haven't even gotten them yet. You know, like Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring. But there's many other games to play too, though. It's not like the games are going anywhere either. I don't think there is a way to get out of this either. I guess gonna have to let the credits roll. Alt F4, I guess. Let's see. Walk Blessed, thank you very much for playing Enderal. Your experiences while playing, which you hopefully enjoy, will result in years of hard work. If you would like to help us financially, be sure to visit sureai.net for further information. If you can't or don't, it's fine. If you like the Enderal story, you will perhaps also take a liking to Dreams of the Dying, a web novel written by our writer Nicholas Litzau. Find either at Steam or at Nicholas' private Patreon. May his light guide you, sure.